Someone needed to call this government out. Someone needed to hold this government accountable. So we've got 5 direct questions from a 3-time MP and the National General Secretary of the All India Trinamool Congress, Abhishek Banerjee. But more than asking these questions as an MP, this morning he asked these questions to the government of India as a citizen. As a citizen of India who are asking these questions. It's been over 55 days since the Pahalgam terror attack, and it's a matter of deep concern that in a democracy, what are the legacy media doing about it? What are the members of the opposition saying? Why didn't the judiciary step forward to raise 5 critical questions? And I'm going to take you through these questions which were asked this morning. As a public servant, and asking these questions is a job of every citizen. So here are the 5 questions. The first of the 5 on border breach and civilian casualties. How did 4 terrorists manage to infiltrate the border and launch an attack that killed 26 innocent civilians? Where is the accountability for this massive breach in national security? That's the first question. The second, intelligence failure and IB chief's extension. If this indeed was an intelligence failure, why was the Intelligence Bureau chief granted a 1-year extension, that too barely 1 month after the attack? Why was he rewarded rather than being held accountable? What's the compulsion? If the government of India can conveniently use Pegasus spyware against opposition leaders, including people like Abhishek Banerjee and even journalists and judges, what stops this government from using the same tools against terrorist networks and suspects? Now, the third question which this government must answer, the status of the terrorists. Where are the 4 terrorists responsible for this brutal, religion-based massacre? Are they dead? Are they alive? Have they been neutralized? Why has the government failed to make a clear statement on this? And if they haven't made a statement, then we ask, why the silence? The fourth question, Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, POJK, and the ceasefire compromise. When will India reclaim POJK? Why hasn't the government officially responded to the US president's claim that it was he who persuaded India into a ceasefire with promises of trade? These are the questions which need to be answered. Why were the emotions of 140 crore Indians disregarded? What led to such a compromise? The government must answer. And the fifth one, global diplomacy and hypocrisy. After reaching out to 33 countries post-Pahalgam in the last 1 month, how many of these countries extended explicit support to India? Needs to be answered. If we are truly a Vishwa Guru and the world's 4th largest economy, why did the IMF and World Bank approve $1 billion and $40 billion in financial assistance and long-term investments to Pakistan immediately after the Pahalgam attack? How did a nation repeatedly involved in cross-border terrorism not only escape global scrutiny, but got rewarded? And shockingly, why was Pakistan appointed vice chair of the UN Security Council's Counter-Terrorism Committee just a month later? And the other point to be noted is over 2 lakh crores has been spent on external affairs over the past decade. The Indian public, the Indian citizen deserves transparency, accountability, and results, not silence, not spin. These are the 5 questions asked by Abhishek Banerjee. The nation awaits a response.